You're typing right now, or you were earlier today, phone, laptop, doesn't matter. The letters under your fingers are arranged exactly like they were 150 years ago. Ask anyone why, and you'll get a confident answer. It's very possibly wrong. In 1868, a Milwaukee printer named Christopher Sholes patented an early typewriter with his partners Carlos Glidden and Samuel Soule. The keys were arranged alphabetically, like a small piano. Underneath, each letter had its own metal arm, a type bar that swings up to strike the page. Some of the most common letter pairs in English ended up sitting right next to each other, purely by chance. Type one of those pairs quickly, which happened constantly, and both arms collided in midair before either could fall back. The machine locked up. The typist had to pry the bars apart by hand. To solve it, Sholes spent years reworking the layout, backed by his business partner James Densmore. Densmore's brother Amos studied which letter pairs showed up together most often in English. By the early 1870s, after repeated rearranging, the layout we now call QWERTY had taken shape. The story says Sholes deliberately spread common letter pairs apart, giving the arms time to fall back before they could collide. But E and R are among the most common pairs in English, so they shouldn't sit right next to each other. But they do, on every QWERTY keyboard, including yours. In 2011, researchers at Kyoto University spotted that exact contradiction and proposed a different explanation. Their case: early users were telegraph operators, converting Morse code into English as fast as they could hear it. Some Morse signals are easy to mix up, so certain letters needed to sit somewhere an operator could hit instantly, without thinking. No single document survives laying out Sholes's full reasoning, just scattered letters, later patents, and decades of guesswork. What happened next isn't in dispute. Remington put the layout on the typewriters it sold, and it stuck. Most typists used one or two fingers, eyes locked on the keys, hunting for each letter, what's often called hunt and peck. Frank McGurran did something different. A court stenographer in Salt Lake City, he taught himself to type using all 10 fingers, without ever looking down, a method we now call touch typing. In 1888, McGurran challenged a rival typing instructor, Louis Traub, to a public speed contest, hunt and peck against touch typing, to settle which was actually faster. They faced off in Cincinnati. McGurran won by a landslide, and it made front-page news across the country. QWERTY and touch typing became the standard. For decades, nobody questioned it. In 1936, a professor named August Dvorak tried something bolder, a brand new layout, designed completely from scratch for speed and comfort, with no jamming problem left to design around. It never replaced QWERTY. By then, hundreds of thousands of typists had already trained their hands on the old layout, and nobody wanted to relearn from zero. Even Sholes tried fixing his own layout later in life, grouping the vowels together for easier typing. His redesign was never built either. Electric typewriters, then computers, then touchscreens, erased the jamming problem completely. The moving parts that used to collide simply aren't there anymore. A phone screen doesn't have a single moving part. It still shows you Q, W, E, R, T, Y. Not because it was ever proven best, just because nobody could agree on how to stop using it.